free agency, one team that we're going to talk about today, and we'll talk about more teams in other podcast episodes.
Facts.
But we're from New York. You're from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I lived in Brooklyn before.
So let's bring up the elephant in the room, buddy.
So,
Mister, you see, I got the Biggie shirt on.
Yeah. So the Brooklyn Nets. The big story is now that the Nets and Kyrie are in a crossroads or whatever you want to call it. So I think for everybody, unless you've been living under the rock, we all know what happened to the Brooklyn Nets. The whole thing with Kyrie fighting the vaccine. Him missing games, him with his, I'm not downing mental issues, but whatever he's calling it. And then you got Durant playing, you got Kyrie in and out of the lineup. You ran James Harden out of there because of Kyrie's behavior. And then they went and they got swept in the first round.
Who did they get swept by again?
They got swept by Boston. You're a funny guy. So listen,
shout out to my Celtics.
So and we're gonna talk about one more team today too, by the way. Okay. But the thing is when I'm looking at this, the main story is that Kyrie's having a problem. I don't know why if the Brooklyn Nets, and I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, okay, well, what's the answer, Azar, with the Brooklyn Nets? Because you just talked about their issues. They need to clean house. What is they need to clean house? Yes, they need to clean house. Why do you keep dealing with it? What did you get? You got swept. So that's what you got.
So hold on.
What? Go ahead. What are you gonna ask?
So
me? Yes,
we're talking about complete. If let me say this.
Yes.
So there's quote unquote from the article an impasse. Only graduated with a C average from college, so some of these words are too big for me. But I guess they're trying to agree on a long term because he still has this upcoming year for $38 million or it's close to $40 million that he has to opt in or opt out. But then the extension, which he wants, I think 4 years, or he's eligible for 4 years, $205 million.
And my response to that is, if I was the owner or the GM, whoever wants to take this guy, take him and you can have him.
But Azar,
you can go.
If he goes, you don't think Kevin Durant's out?
Okay, and your point. Because this is my response to that. So Kevin Durant, since he left Golden State, what has he won? Before that, what did he win? So he comes to Brooklyn and then he's going to do it all. And he's riding. And that's the thing. They're trying to be sensitive because I think they're scared of what falls apart. Let me give an analogy. There's things that we have went through with our company and everything that we've been through. And you have talked me out. I've gotten right to the cliff and I was scared to jump. And you pushed me and you're like, no, we jumping in this water. We just going to do what we got to do, right?
Exactly.
So it's the same thing with them. If I'm the GM and I got to talk, and say the owner or I'm the owner, right? I'm telling the GM, you can tell Kyrie, no, we don't want him here. He can go. And then if you the GM says, well, yo, Durant's gonna leave. Okay, you can go somewhere else and go cry and go talk about how you can't win somewhere and we didn't have your back. And mind you, we had your back. We put up with this mess and you got us swept. That's what you gave me. So if I stand behind you, all I'm going to do is have to deal with his mess and you're going to get me nothing. So, and mind you, this is New York. This isn't OKC. This is no disrespect. And no disrespect to Golden State. They ain't LA. So you ain't got the pressure of a New York base. But at some point, what tickets, and they're like, yo, the owner's looking in to sell tickets. What tickets you going to sell? And when they know, they like, oh, well, we got to deal with this Kyrie mess. You're going to go into the playoffs again and get swept? What team do you got? You ain't got nothing. So just let him go. Let him go and get something better. Golden State let him go. They seem to be doing fine.
Advocate?
Yes. I'm sorry to sound so intense about that. Go ahead.
You're passionate. You're from Brooklyn.
I'm from
shout
New
out for where you from. Yeah.
I'm just New York all the way, all day, all around.
One of the teams in free agency that obviously talked about they will go all in if he declines or they don't reach a deal is the New York Knicks.
Oh, God. So I didn't even know that. But go ahead. Thanks for telling me.
So what happens if they don't reach a deal, and we're only throwing this in the air. This isn't official because I don't want to lie on the media. What happens if they don't reach a deal, but then the New York Knicks goes all in and say, okay, guys, come across that bridge? That's
the analogy of if you watch Power, and I'm talking about the one with Tyreek, you know how Mary J. Blige says to Kane, Like you only you can make things more worse than what it is. So you know how to make things worse, right? So it's kind of equivalent of, and I'm kind of 50-50 with Dolan, which a lot of people would be surprised me saying that. Why would you bring that mess over here?
Because what do they have over there?
What does Brooklyn have? You want to go? You already made you can make the play. We'll talk about that in a minute. The fact is that Kyrie comes in, he's looking for somewhere to go act up and do what he wants to do. He thinks he's bigger than what it is. And let's talk about his behavior. First of all, you wanted to shut down the league and you went behind Chris Paul's back and pulled that mess. Then you got Kevin Durant over here looking crazy because he's standing by you with your in and out and I don't feel like doing it. Much respect to him for standing up and saying, I don't want to take this vaccine. Whatever you want to do, if that's what you want to do. But let me make it very clear. They are paying you money to come in there and play. People didn't want to take the vaccine. I don't even want to take it. But at the end of the day, if it's going to feed my family, I have to do what I have to do. So you got your money. You got millions of dollars. There's people out there that ain't got it.
It's what Stephen A. Smith has alluded to on multiple takes.
So mind you, when you out here running around, you make this, everybody stood by your side. Durant has stood by your side. And Durant looks crazy right now because you didn't even win one game. Let me make that clear. I wish if I was the owner, I dare Durant to come in here and say, I'll leave. Bye. Do you want me to, I'll pack your bags for you. Wherever you want to go, we'll send you. And we'll take their best player because at least we know that player is committed.
And then
you get what I'm saying?
Let's be real. If Durant does leave because of that, the cap space and the assets, because you're not giving up Durant for a bag of potato chips. You're getting multiple first round picks,
right, plus
star players,
right.
So
and you can sell as many seats as you want. So let me rephrase this. Didn't Durant sit out 1 year? It wasn't Kyrie not playing because Durant wasn't playing that 1 year. Was that the bubble year?
I think it was more of an inch. It might have been an inch.
Because I know he tore his Achilles or whatever.
It wasn't.
So he wasn't.
So I just want to be clear. It wasn't him purposely sitting out.
No.
He was recovering from an Achilles injury.
Right. But Kyrie didn't want to jump in either because I think he wasn't involved. If I'm not mistaken, I think they made the playoffs and they had good players. I think I could work with that because they probably won. I think they didn't get swept and that was without them. So with them, you're having a mess that you're having and you're not getting anywhere. This Kyrie's okay, let me put it like this. We keep talking about Dak Prescott. Kyrie's, if I could freestyle off my head, yes, he's a top 10 player. Would I start a franchise with him? Nope. Let me get this better. Let me do better. Let me make a better point. Didn't the Celtics get to the finals without him?
So now you're just gonna throw my Celtics in the mix.
Didn't they win 2 games at least against a Golden State team that was lethal with weapons, right? And they still won 2 games. And to be honest with you, had they had a point guard, we might be talking about them being the champs. Let me get this straight. Both y'all left them teams and both of them in the finals without you. If I was the Brooklyn Nets owner, I would be like, I wish you would say you want to go. I will get the people to pack your bags and you can go to wherever you want to go. And Dolan, good luck because I tried it. Good luck. Good luck. That'll work out for you. Because Kevin Durant, other than, you know what's funny? I would be laughing at anybody to take him. Let's just be honest. What's he won? Without Clay, and what you win? You ain't win nothing. You made Golden State unbeatable. I give you that. But you ain't win nothing. They still won a title without you. Oh, 2 more. And that's right. So they've done more without you than what you did. Same thing with Kyrie. And when you want to look at Boston, and it's not a shot at the players, you don't say, oh my God, we got to start a franchise with Marcus Smart. Oh my God, we got to start a franchise with Jason Tatum. They developed and came along and did what they did. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure they felt the same way that everybody feels about that vaccine, but they was committed. They did what they were supposed to do. What you doing? If I was the owner once again, or Sean Marks or whoever, I would dare them to come in there. As a matter of fact, I would be like, why are you even talking to me? What you want? You ain't did nothing but get a sweep. What you want?
So how would you... Watching many sports shows online.
Yeah.
So one of the takes for Kyrie is, okay, let's say we don't want to blow it up. If we keep you around, we cannot give you 5 years. It would have to be literally a 2 or 1 year. We'll give you $30, $40 million, but it's going to be 1 year. or 2 years with a player option. With a team option for the second year.
I swear to God, D. I sometimes.
How would you treat his contract situation if you were the owner?
If I was the owner, I would tell Sean Marks, get him out of here.
So you're not even trying to hear it.
Out of here. Yes, he can go. You ain't won nothing since you've been with LeBron. You can go. And then I hear the reports he's gonna go to LA. How that gonna work? They already feeling the pressure from the Westbrook thing. So you're gonna bring Kyrie in here that decides he wants to play when he wants to play, and y'all gonna go into a playoff and get swept, and that's LA. That ain't even New York. That's LA. Really?
Can we talk about that briefly?
Mm-hmm.
So, Facebook has sports groups. I follow many sports groups, one by the name of 2 Minute Warning. And it was an interesting take in the sports group in Facebook land. Shout out to Trisha, because she called this back in May. She showed me a post. She said to Sean, she sent me a screenshot. She said, Kyrie to the Lakers and Westbrook to Brooklyn.
Right.
Does all emotion aside, does that work out better for Kyrie and the Lakers and Westbrook and Brooklyn with Durant?
Nope. Because now you got Durant and Westbrook on the same team, and I don't care what Westbrook says. Never met him, don't know him, never saw him play in person. I can assure you he is still seething from when Durant left him for Golden State. He's still mad about that. And I'm pretty sure Durant made it clear he can't win with him. So it's going to make Durant irritated. It ain't going to work. And if you put Kyrie in LA, once again, for whatever reason that didn't work out with the Lakers, because it's bad, dog, over there. And I think they're just stuck with the mess. You can't bring Kyrie over here and then go into a playoff with, mind you, because we all know with AD what's going to happen. I knock on wood. But if they go in and do the same thing that Brooklyn did, good luck with that. Now you stuck with that. At least I think with Westbrook, I don't know how many years they got on his deal, but
he has one more left for 40-some.
So all you gotta do is just wait it out. Okay. Just wait it out with Westbrook. If you got to deal with him for one more year, try to make it work. But they got a new coach over there. Okay. You saw what happened with Steve Nash. Even though he's a seasoned vet, he's a new coach. And look what Kyrie did with him over there. You think he'd get away with that with Pat Riley? Pat Riley would have shipped his behind up out of there. Like, yo, we gotta get him out of here. He can't be here, man. Because you bringing bad juju. You bringing bad juju to the team. It's the same thing. You need a coach. So you're gonna bring, because look at what happened with what's the coach name? Frank what?
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel, right? He's not a vet, but he's a seasoned coach. And look what he had to deal with. So you bringing in this new coach, and he telling you like, yo, I could work with Westbrook. He's trying, man. I mean, I think he just wants to wait out. I can't wait till this dude gets out of here. But and not to go on a rant, but let me make it clear. You got Kyrie and his know-it-all behavior. You just don't want to deal with it. It's like he's like the basketball. He's the basketball version of AB. That's what he is. Let me put it back as you. You just don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal. And I'm not, because God knows.
So you're comparing the talent of AD. AB. I'm sorry, because once again, I'm a Steelers fan, but the off-court personality.
You just don't want to deal with it. You don't want. He brings a virus, a fungus, or something. He just brings a bad vibe in the locker room. Because now you got Durant, who I don't know what he's thinking. Whoever is in his ear telling him stand up for your boy and all that, I'd be like, you a damn fool. He's going to put you down and you're going to look crazy. Because now Durant, as much as he doesn't want to admit it, I know he's got to be looking at that Golden State thing and being like, oh my God, they won without me. That's another one. They won another one without me. They won one before me. I came there and helped them win. And then they went back, let me walk out the door and won one. And my man that I came in here with that was like, yeah, we going to do it. He over here acting up and the team he left made it. So we both sitting here watching the teams do it. So, I mean, and let's be honest, if you're a GM, let me ask you this, since you be flipping on me. You're a GM, you taking a chance with Durant? The minute he comes in that door and he tells you, yo, I want to get out of Brooklyn, come trade for me, I'm like, well, what's coming with it? Because if it's what I think's coming with it, you can go sit wherever you was at with that. You can go. You just need to stay over there. I don't want to deal with it.
Let me get my take before we switch gears on the last topic. So, you put the ball on my court. If I'm the GM and they play the switcheroo, the good cop, bad cop, where they send Durant in and not Kyrie, So Durant comes in the office. Hey, guys, can we talk? Hey, let's sit down. Let's have a
Whatever
conversation.
you want to say. Yep.
X, Y, and Z, contract this, contract that. I'm telling Kevin Durant off back, you want to be the alpha of this team? Then before we talk to him, you need to talk to him. And here's our terms.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Stephen A. Smith. This is me, not the GM, but I agree with Stephen A. Smith. We have to have some assurance on our end. You cannot have all the leverage. And this is going to be another topic, not today, but we're going to talk about the collective bargaining agreement coming up in 2024 about leverage for the players and leverage for the owners.
Can I say one sentence? The owners are coming. And you can thank Kyrie for it, and you could think that nut in Philly, and you could think in there's one more player and I ain't gonna name right now, but you could thank them for it. Because when y'all go through what y'all gonna go through, the ones that sitting in what is it, college? The ones that sitting in college,
they're gonna go through it.
You gonna feel the pain of what they done. Please proceed.
Okay, so I'm telling Kevin Durant off back. Here it is, black and white. We will sign him, maybe 2 years max, but that last year is going to be a team option, not a player option, based on what he does in the first year. And there's going to be incentives. That's the deal. Here you go. You can talk to him because if he comes in, we're going to say the same thing. Y'all both can take it how y'all want to take it because, as you said, it's been 3 years. We don't even have a Eastern Conference trophy. And that's my take on that.
Yeah, I'm just going to say one final thing. The owners are coming. And you could think these players that seem to think that they're bigger than the league, they have basically tore down what the older players that sacrificed for them to get what they wanted. And let me make this clear, because Kyrie think he has all the answers. You see what the NFL players are going through? They have no guaranteed contracts. And those players put their bodies on the line. They catch concussions. They got broken. Well, you ever seen an NFL player at the end of his career, how he walks? Mm-hmm. And you mean and they don't get no guaranteed money. They get guaranteed money, some of it, maybe 60% of it, but they don't walk out that door to that money. And how you sit there and walk around acting like you the big Don Dada and like you got it all figured out. Good luck. Because I can assure you, Kyrie won't be nowhere to be found when that CBA's coming. You think what you think he gonna come with? He gonna come with nothing. With nothing. And be sitting in the corner. And he will be out the league. Me and you have talked about this, and I'm not gonna name names of players. We have seen this. Where players think that they're bigger than what they are. Look at where AB. He's sitting right now on the couch, and he gonna stay there. Nobody gonna take him.
He made it clear he's retiring. So.
Who? Antonio Brown?
No, AB.
AB.
He said, "I want to come back to Pittsburgh, but it's just to retire, not to play."
Yeah. He ain't got no choice. He done burned bridges. That stunt he pulled in New York. Come on, man.
Good luck and God bless.
Yup.